What's going on, everybody, and welcome to my top 5 worst Treyarch Call of Duty Zombies maps. So we do actually have 5, no honorable mention or anything like that. Now these are also personal opinions, so if you guys have a differing opinion, leave it down in the comment section below, and also limited to the maps that I've played. So for instance, and we'll get into it more in detail, I didn't play a whole lot of Black Ops 4 Zombies, and there's a reason for that. But let's just hop right into it. So number 5, meaning it's not horrible, but it's not great, Transit. So Transit was the first map that came out with Black Ops 2 Zombies. So it had a ton of different buildables, pick up parts, construct items, pack punch machine, new wonder weapon, aeronautics 23, or the jet gun, different assault shields, so many different things. The denizens were there, the Avogadro was there. So there was tons of different things in it. I just don't think the community was ready for a moving zombies map, is what we'll say. Like, I think they have the like to be able to travel to different locations. You know, moon comes to mind, you're at the moon or you're not. You're back on Earth. So I think this being the first map and there being no other traditional option is kind of what made Transit as bad as it was. Now, a lot of people like it, right? So there was a huge support for it in the community. Later on in its lifespan, the Bus Depot Town's one of the best like standalone maps on that game. You know, it was definitely a rougher start to a Call of Duty game. So next, and this is again my personal opinion, the reason this is number 4 on the list, Voyage of Despair. So the reason this is on this list is because while I didn't play it a whole ton, this is one of those games and one of those maps that actually turned me off from playing an entire game mode for a year. I never really got into Black Ops 4 Zombies, and that's mostly because Voyage of Despair kind of just sucks. Like the RMS Titanic, I believe is what the ship's name is called, to get the artifacts. So all the perks were strange. It was like a different turn on things. The HUD was bad, and even just the movement on the ship just kind of didn't feel weird. And maybe Black Ops 4 was kind of definitely not one of the better Black Ops games that came out, so that might have had something to do with it. But regardless, it's number 4 on my list. Number 3 was Shadows of Evil. So while this one was bad, it definitely didn't turn me off from zombies altogether, because they also released the Giant with this. So while they had Voyage of Despair, I can't remember if they had another map that came with it, but while Shadows of Evil came out, we were able to play the Giant a ton. So Shadows of Evil is technically like the 18th map, or 3rd in chronological order. It was the first map that came out with Call of Duty Black Ops 3 back in 2015, 2016, something like that. Added the Gobblegum, some new Perca-Colas, Widow's Wine, the Rocket Shield, which is kind of cool, Margwas Parasites, Insanity Elements. There were tons of different things that added to this game, but I think the map was rough. And so I'm not a huge fan of giant confusing maps. You'll see that as the theme in this video, like things that have too many nooks and crannies for you to go to. I'm not a fan. It's not that I can't understand the map, but when I sit down to play zombies, I'm always looking for like an initial, just I'm there to have fun, I'm there to play and pick up a little bit. And now that I make videos on it, I'm still there to have fun and enjoy the game. And having to like have this mental map in my head as a multiplayer person, having to have this mental map that's like, you know, a ground war map or a war zone map with Modern Warfare 3 Zombies now. I'm having to have that mental map, definitely not great. So the bigger the map, the less I'm a fan of it. And that's kind of why Shadows of Evil was on there. It's not that it's a giant map, it's just there's a lot of small spaces for it. You know what I mean? Number 2, Gorod Krovi. So this falls under the same thing. Like, this is a confusing ass map. It came out in 2016 for Black Ops 3 as like the 3rd, I think, DLC, 3rd or 4th DLC, something like that. Origin's crew is out to kill Nikolai, preserve his soul in the summoning key. There's tons of good spots about the map, like the dragon's kind of cool. We've done starting room challenges on it on different videos. It's not horrible, but this falls under the same issue I have with all the other giant maps, is that it's huge and it's hard to wrap your head around. And like I said, that's not the type of player I am. If you can play giant maps, that's like, I have an issue with Revelations. The only reason Revelations isn't on this list is because I think the part where it transports you through multiple different maps, you have Mob of the Dead, Kino, Nox, Shino. There's tons of different things in that map that kind of make it cool. Origins is in there too. That kind of make it bearable and more fun because you get to relive certain things. Number 1, 5. So, starting room, very difficult. Everything about it, very difficult. The portals, pain in the balls, not really understanding. So we did a starting room challenge on it, and we also did a handgun challenge on it as well, where you like the door structure was weird. They had mop signs that like blocked off nothing, and you paid for them to find out that they blocked off nothing, or they all you had to do was run around the other direction. The portals were ass. I think, in personal opinion, they put you in a pile of zombies, which was kind of horrible. You have the Pentagon Thief, which was whatever. But I think this again falls under. So not a whole lot of sections in the game or in the map, but this falls under like that confusing type of map for me, which is why I didn't like it. You guys let me know what your top 5 worst maps are in Treyarch games, or if you want to throw in the other games too. You could toss in Cold War if you want. I didn't include any Cold War maps because they were a little bit bigger. Even those ones seem more simple than 5. But like I didn't toss in any anything that wasn't Treyarch games, so like your Advanced Warfare stuff, your Infinite Warfare Zombies. I didn't toss anything like that in. If you guys want to do that, include it in your list, go ahead. But let me know in the comment section below. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.